wonder if you can see those stars tonight. It is a beautiful, beautiful night here on this cruise ship, and the constellations and the way that sailors used to find their way by charting the stars. And in fact, even all the way back into biblical times, we know that the three wise men found their way to baby Jesus by following a star. So a particular star that's always fascinated me is Polaris, the North Star. Now, I'm no astronomer, but what I can tell you is that your compass, when you are looking at it, will always point to what they're calling true north. I know there are magnetic poles and there are variations of this in the land of science, but theoretically and poetically, I love this idea of there being a true north for each one of us. And here's a tip for being an excellent student. I don't care what grade you're in. I don't care if you're a grown adult. I don't care if you're older than I am and in the final decade of your life. It's always the calling of each one of us to find our true north. And school, ideally, is just an extension of finding that true north. School is supposed to, at least in my understanding of what school should be a place where we explore what that is and learn about what the world has in it, what's been accomplished so far, what are the theories and the experiences of other people. But you know, only you have the experience of being you. You are the only you that will ever be on this planet. Don't ever underestimate how important you are, because there's only one of you. Even if you're an identical twin, there's only one of you, right? Even though you may have a twin who people may get you confused from time to time, and I've taught several pairs of twins over the years, and I can tell you, each of them is very distinct. So, in maximizing not just your GPA, but your joy, I think maximizing joy has to be a goal, because the truth is, the things we care about are things we will invest ourselves in. And without that level of personal care and commitment, it's unlikely that we're going to really want to give ourselves over to that process. So when we're thinking about what is our true north, right? What is your true north? I can tell you that my experience has been that this changes over the course of time. And in fact, you know, decades of my own life, I've had very different experiences in my 20s, things that felt like true north at the time. I've often joked and said, gosh, it's a good thing I didn't get tattoos. I'm glad we didn't have tattoos when I was young. I don't have any tattoos, by the way, but if I had been in this current generation, I shudder to think which hairband I would have tattooed on my arms or something. So true north changes in the sort of window dressing of our lives, but who we really are doesn't really change all that much. And so what I'd like to invite you to think about in this training is what you consider to be true north for you. What are the things, what are the values that actually mean something to you and that you believe will mean something to you permanently? For example, family. Like me, and I bet you are, you have members of your family that you would lay down your life for right now. Well, how does that inspire you as a student? Do you not want to give the very best that you can to your studies so that as you bring to fruition who you are in this world, not only do you bring pride or honor to the family, but perhaps in a very practical way, you'll be able to support them better. Have you ever thought about the fact that how well you do or don't do in school, to some small or large degree, may actually determine who you end up meeting and even marrying and having children with someday? So it's easy just to think of, oh, school, that's that thing my parents want me to worry about. Or, oh, college, yeah, that's that place I'm going to go and find out my career. Oh, no, 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 my friends. It's more than that. College, I don't know what percentage, but I would venture to guess, I don't know, what do you think, 25, 30% minimum of people meet their spouses during those years away at university. So we're learning who we are. We're letting other people find out who that is. And honestly, we're setting our course for something very magical, which is the voyage of our own life and our own self-discovery. And if you're like me, that takes your whole life. But it's a wonderful, wonderful journey. Being educated is something I wouldn't trade for the world, because my understanding of this crazy thing we're all in here called life is greatly magnified by the literature I've read, the history I've studied, the way the mechanics of the universe work in science and in math, my understanding of foreign language. You know where we're going to go tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to Mexico. And I'm very happy because yo hablo español. I think it's going to be a very fun thing to get to practice my Spanish. So all of these courses are not just courses. Classes are just opportunities to get ready for the real thing, which is life. So there's your tip. Remember that life is a classroom. It's cliche, but it's true. And that your classes are your life. You're being prepared for something wonderful. Pay attention.